making decisions about the 2020 growing season. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner, and this is Managing for Profit on Brownfield, a content partnership with DEKALB. Seed decisions for the next growing season, for the most part, are based on how crops perform during the current growing season. And this Managing for Profit, DEKALB product manager Jeremy Lake says while there are some great takeaways from this year, it should not be the only criteria for 2020. We'll find out more on Brownfield right after this.
A history of success means proven performance. But let's call performance what it is: profitability. And boosting yours, especially during a challenging season, takes more than just what the best seed can offer. That's why DEKALB brand corn is backed by exclusive genetics for consistent yield potential. Proven over a 100-year growing legacy, enhanced by a portfolio of elite inputs and products, and maximized using digitally enabled whole farm solutions. Like Climate Field View, the industry's leading digital farming platform, all to help your crops stand stronger, your bins fill faster, and your margins grow wider. Let nothing shake your perseverance. Ask your dealer how DEKALB can help you realize a future of performance. Climate Field View services provide estimates or recommendations and do not guarantee results. More information at climate.com/disclaimers. Always read and follow IRM where applicable, grain marketing, and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
When finalizing seed selections for the 2020 growing season, DEKALB product manager Jeremy Lake says farmers should consider more than how their crops perform during this current growing season.
For many growers, this year will mark probably one of the toughest cropping seasons in the year. And that got started by the extremely wet weather conditions that led to a later than normal planting window. With that came stand challenges and oftentimes fertility challenges as well, specifically related to nitrogen. And then in some areas, after the massive rain events, it got followed up with below normal precipitation after planting, causing greater than normal yield variability. Here we're sitting in November, and the harvest season is still, in many areas, has a long ways to go. With all the anomalies that we've seen for 2019 through the growing season and then harvest as well, I've always been a firm believer in leveraging your data. And so I've always told growers to utilize historical and multi-year data layers to drive decision making. With the use of data collection tools such as Climate Field View, growers can have a greater understanding of their operations' historical data and most notably hybrid performance.
But this year hasn't been a challenge for everyone. Drew Haines farms in Maryland and has been a national winner in the NCGA yield contest the past 3 years with DEKALB corn. He says this year's crop is one of his best ever.
With test weights of 60 to 63 pounds is just phenomenal. The corn is standing just perfect. Here a couple weeks ago, we had a cold front come through and 50-mile-an-hour winds, and the corn's still standing just beautiful.
He tells Brownfield the crop never wants for anything and is always being fed nutrients, and that high-yield management really has made a difference.
We start off with soil sampling. We would do that in the fall or first thing in the spring. We spray our herbicide before we plant. That way we're not running over the corn. We're making probably 5 trips across our conventional corn, 7 trips across our contest corn. It's intense scouting. We're probably in the field. Some of the fields probably 3 or 4 times a week, just looking, seeing what we got going on there. I think I've learned to read the crop a little better, just from being out there a lot more. Every time we go across, we give it a full cocktail of everything.
I'm Megan Grebner with Managing for Profit on Brownfield, a content partnership with DEKALB.